communautaire, and following the path set by countries such as India and Australia, who, when they took on full independence, converted the whole of British law into their national law, and then in subsequent years went through it, repealed, filled it, or improved upon it.
Yes, my right honourable friend makes a very good point, and it's one of the reasons this process is taking some time, because the legal interactions of these elements of the acquis communautaire and British law are not straightforward. My initial starting position was we would put them all into the law and take it from there. It doesn't quite work like that, and that's why it's taking a little while. But you can be quite sure that my legal section and the Whitehall lawyers are on that issue as we speak, and we'll come up with conclusions as quickly as we can. And when they do, I will tell the House what their conclusion is.
Dr. Ailey Whiteford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Scotland's fishing communities were due to receive over €100 million in European Maritime and Fisheries Fund support between now and 2023. The Secretary of State today has committed to support our agricultural communities by guaranteeing CAP funding will be matched until 2020. Will he make a similar commitment to our fishing communities today to honour funding to the MMF in the current funding round?
Hear, hear.
Sadly, I didn't make the commitment. The Chancellor made the commitment, well, with great respect, it isn't to me to actually make commitments on behalf of the Treasury. But what I will say to her is this: he made the commitment. If she reads, and we'll put a copy of the letter in the library, of which he laid out the underpinning of the CAP and the underpinning of structural funds and science funds and so on. And he made the point very clearly that this was effectively his decision until the autumn statement. Right? So what I would say to her, and I will reflect it to him myself, is what she has said, so that before the autumn statement he is at least aware of her concerns. Yeah?
Mr. Peter Lilly.
One of the legitimate concerns of many Remain voters, which those of us on the Leave side can well understand, was a fear that an unduly long period of uncertainty while negotiations were going on would be damaging for the British economy. Could my right honourable friend therefore confirm that it will be his priority to complete this process as soon as possible, that the 2 years limit set down in Article 50 is an arbitrary maximum, not a necessary minimum, and that most countries which have obtained their independence or left a political union, like India, Canada, Australia, or Czech and Slovak republics, have done so in far less than 2 years.
I defer to his knowledge of history on the other countries. What I will say to him is this: the Prime Minister has said that we will not trigger Article 50 until the new year. The reason for that is not unnecessary delay or wasting of time. The reason for that is to make sure that we get all of the decisions absolutely right. He's heard in the last few minutes about some of the complexities involved in the acquis communautaire alone. So what we will do is we will trigger Article 50 as soon as is reasonably possible. I would rather be a month late and get it right than be a month early and get it wrong. But nevertheless, that's what we will do, and we will do so as expeditiously as possible. The Prime Minister again has said in very clear terms that she thinks the British people expect us to get on with this.
Angela Eagle.
Mr. Speaker, unravelling 40 years of close cooperation within the European Union with 27 nation states now is, as the Right Honourable Gentleman is learning, if you didn't know before, a very complex issue. Does he intend to give House some ongoing view of how that